nagiging kaaway ng aking oras ay hindi ang aking pamilya at gawaing bahay, kundi ang aking smartphone. Ito na-realize ko nung nabasag yung cellphone ko the night of my birthday. Hi, I am Donna, a nanay transformed by God through motherhood. During that time na nangyari yon, may part sa akin na masaya. Maybe it's my living soul kasi alam niya yung state ng aking relasyon sa aking phone. Pero of course, meron ding part sa akin, siguro, ang aking flesh na ito, yung malungkot, nag-aalala at nagluluksa kasi andun lahat ng mga files, pictures, mga idea, and yung mga important tools na ginagamit ko sa aking works and all. But the Holy Spirit is reminding me not to be bothered. You'll figure it out later why it happened. Ito yung parang small voices sa akin while I was in the midst of that situation. Apparently, nakatulog naman ako ng mahimbing that night na akala ko panaginip lang ang lahat. Then when I got up to check my phone, nag-blink-blink lang siya na yes, that was real and it wasn't a dream at all. So here are the things that I realized as I am living without my smartphone for 48 hours. Number 1, I start to function as a human again. Hindi naman sa naging robot ako or robot ako before, pero alam mo yung part na may something sa'yo na nakaprogram to pick up your phone, check Messenger, Facebook, check status of your parcel, then you found yourself doing it again after 15 minutes, then an hour, and then the cycle never ends entire day. Na naging hobby mo na ito. Well, I have this massive control naman in my social media intake. Pero akala ko dati I handle it well, but not when I have or I have no longer access with my phone. Yung sinasabi nilang FOMO, the fear of missing out, baka may na-miss akong message, email, notification, or news, pero wala naman talaga. Resulta lang siya ng brain mong nagrarason kasi wala kang dinudoom scrolling at chinecheck. Number 2, naging kalmado ang aking brain. Dahil nga siguro sa FOMO o fear of missing out, madalas ay may parang sense of urgency for the unknown reason. Pero wala naman talaga. And it create a sense of stress sa iyong system kasi kahit gusto mo lang naman i-check yung status ng parcel mo sa Shopee, pero na-fall ka na naman sa trap ng doom scrolling sa Facebook for an hour. And then afterwards, mentally drained ka na kasi marami ka nang na-consume na reels, news, o post ng mga friends mo sa social media. And it's a lot for your brain to process. Kaya naman nung nawala yung access ko sa phone ko, ay nawala rin yung mental stress ko at mas naging kalma ang brain, ang aking thoughts, and ang aking actions. Number 3, I regained the joy of anything manually. Yung parang masanay ka sa convenient ng phone mo. One click away lang at may answer na sa lahat. In less than a second, kaya mo nang malaman ang sagot sa mga tanong mo, which is very helpful at times but very dangerous in a long term. Kasi I felt that mas nagiging impatient ako sa ganung way. Madaling na akong mairita kapag naglo-loading yung internet, naghang yung phone ko, mabagal ang cashier, mahaba ang queuing sa mga payment center, o kahit man lang sa mga taong mabagal makapag-process ng thoughts ay nagiging footstool ito ng aking pagka-irritable. Nawalan ako ng access sa phone ko, mas naging slow and manual ang lahat kasi kailangan kong kunin yung laptop, i-open, mag-wait sa system. You get what I mean? Compare sa phone. Compare sa phone that with just one click, pwede na ito to serve you. Number 4, it became an idol to me. This is one of my greatest conviction along this time. Kasi yes, I use it wisely naman. Feeling ko lang pala yun. But not intentionally. I open my phone to reply to someone. Then later on, makikita ko na lang sarili kong patawa-tawa sa reels and paulit-ulit. I mean, aware naman ako sa effects ng screen sa ating brain dahil sa kapapanood ko ng documentation patungkol dito. Pero, alam mo yung the spirit is willing but the body is weak. Ganito ako. Kaya paulit-ulit lang ang aking warfare sa aking smartphone. Okay, by the way, if you like this kind of content, please feel free naman to subscribe para ma-update kayo if may bago tayong pag-uusapan. And then pakishare na lang din sa iba baka kasi ito yung kailangan nilang marinig today. Okay, now for number 5, I have a phone addiction. At first, I am so denial about it. Parang hindi ko matanggap. But siguro yung flash ko yon. Pero the moment I realized na parang may kulang every time na aalis ako, hindi wallet, hindi pa yung ano pa man yun, kundi something na mag-i-entertain sa akin tuwing naboboard ako sa commute, mahaba ang linya sa cashier o sadyang na-miss ko lang yung habit ng constantly checking my phone na para bang sekretary ako ng isang importanteng tao sa mundo. Ganun yung relationship ko sa aking phone. Kaya nung nawala yung access ko, para talagang may kulang and that's where I realized na addicted na talaga ako. Wala akong kaibahan sa smoker, palainom at drug addict kasi merong part sa aking brain functioning the same way sa mga taong nabanggit ko. At based on study rin ay addiction is addiction no matter what its form. Magkaiba lang ng effect kasi mas malala yung epekto ng ibang source of addiction compare sa smartphone addiction. Well, maaayos pa naman siya pero this time talagang lalayo muna ako at talagang magdarasal lang maigi. Kasi at the moment, ito talaga ang aking source of spiritual warfare. A distraction for my real purpose here on earth and a tool used by the enemy to steal, kill, and destroy my precious time. This is Nanay Donna. Until next time. Bye!